this is still blurry. I don't know what to do.
Hi, I'm Indea Bell, a lifestylist, explorer, and storyteller. But more than anything, I'm a student of life, always seeking new ways to grow and expand. I believe travel is one of our most powerful tools for expansion of your worldview, your life, and palate. Travel changes you. It shows you who you are and expands your understanding of who and what you can be. So come with me as I explore new places, people, and perspectives, refining my tastes across food, culture, art, design, and more, one trip at a time. This is Beyond the Palate. It's been a while since I've left the country. 2 years to be exact, down to the date. And needless to say, I needed this vacation. And because of divine timing and alignment, I was able to make this trip happen. I've been wanting to visit Mexico City for some time now, and so after reaching out to some brands to possibly create in Mexico City, this trip came about. I didn't realize how much of a break I needed until this 4-day trip turned into 2 weeks. Being always in the hustle and bustle of life, especially in New York, it can make you forget yourself or forget the small parts of your days that are worth remembering. But travel, it brings you back. You're more present, relaxed, and curious, which are my preferred states of being. So, I was in for a good time.
Hello, I am Indea. I'm here in Mexico City. I'm here in collaboration with an incredible hotel brand, Palate 77. They have allowed me to stay at their property. I'll be capturing some incredible content with them, understanding their brand, and just talking about my experience. It's been lovely so far. It's right around the corner from that new Michelin star rated taco stand. That is incredible. I will insert some clips from that. But it's in the perfect location. I'm having a good time. I'm meeting some incredible people. Whenever I travel, it's always about the people for me, and the connections that I make, not just with the people who are from the city, from the country, wherever I'm visiting, but like people that I connect with from all over. It's really just me understanding that we're all connected in some beautiful way, and it's just really fun to understand and know yourself through the lens of your experience, and that's the whole reason which I travel. This is my first solo trip abroad, so for me, this is more so about just giving myself the space to be myself, do the things that I want, follow my joy, follow my interests, but more than anything, I want to allow this experience to just add to the deeper and deepening understanding of myself. As with everything I do, it's always deep. I don't know how to make it not deep, but that's just how I think, with some comic relief, because shit be funny. I hope you enjoy my first travel vlog, the first of many, and I'll give you some great recommendations in the process. And yeah, just come along with me.
As mentioned, I'm here in collaboration with Palate 77, a sustainable bed and breakfast located in the San Rafael neighborhood in Mexico City. This bed and breakfast is a true B&B in every sense of the word. It's an 8-bedroom mansion with a French colonial design influence throughout. I love staying here because it felt as if I were staying with a wealthy relative. The staff have been incredible and helpful. The guests are amazing. And the daily breakfast was not only delicious, but truly allowed me to better plan my days and embrace the slow life that I had been hoping to find.
We have been pioneers like a hotel boutique in Mexico City. We are celebrating our 15th anniversary. We are very proud to be in this neighborhood, in San Rafael neighborhood, because it is a real citizen neighborhood. It is not touristic, and actually we are in the middle of the main points like Anthropology Museum, downtown. So in that way, our guests, they can enjoy a neighborhood, a real and true neighborhood. Our breakfasts are very healthy breakfasts and are designed to be vegetarian and for all the diets.
Speaking of diets, it's time to eat. Mexican cuisine may be my favorite. Did you know it was recognized by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage of humanity due to their cultural and culinary significance and how it's transcended the culinary landscape? It's one of my absolute favorite cuisines, maybe number one. The vibrancy of the flavors, the colors, the spice, the savor, from tacos to tamales to fresh fruits, vegetables, the mole, and more. I absolutely adore Mexican cuisine, and being I'm gluten-free, it's the perfect cuisine for me to indulge in. I've been hearing about the first Michelin star rated taco stand in Mexico City that's supposed to be absolutely delicious, and luckily El Patio 77 just so happened to be right down the street from it, so of course I had to go. El Califa de Leon has been quite the controversy since receiving its Michelin star. Being that Michelin is known for typically recognizing fine dining establishments, it was quite the shock to see this cash-only, long-standing family-owned taco stand be awarded one. But to me, this is exactly what Michelin is all about. Let us not forget what Michelin judges you on. Quality of products, mastery of flavor and cooking techniques, the personality of the chef represented in the dining experience, the harmony of flavors, and the consistency between the inspector's visits. With that, I think this is worth more than a detour to visit. These tacos with the fresh salsa, the fresh corn tortillas that were being pressed out right in front of you were some of the best that I've ever had in my life. The line was long, but it moved quickly. But I loved being able to see the master at work. At about 76 pesos, some of the best dinero I've spent. And though that's rather on the expensive side in Mexico City, it only equates to about $4, which is still cheaper than a mid-taco in New York. It's fresh, unique, consistent, and with a rich history and delicious. Very much worth a detour. My biggest regret? Not going back for seconds and thirds. Mexico City has a dope array of restaurants, from swanky hipster places to taco stands and more. You can go high or low, but either way you go, you still wouldn't break the bank. Being my depravity of a delicious, well-priced taco since moving to New York from Houston, I just had to indulge. I ate at a variety of taco spots, from street vendors to brick and mortars, from popular to off the beaten path, from carne asada to pastor. I even got my fix of a delicious breakfast taco at a local taco spot. Needless to say, a good taco wasn't hard to find. Another one of my favorites had to be Orinoco Taqueria. I actually ate here about 4 times, and if there's one thing I love more than a taco, it's a potato. And when you order 3 of their tacos, it comes with a side of potatoes, though you can always order a half or full order if you want. I recommend getting here early because there will be a line and the beef tacos will be sold out by 5 p.m. And pro tip, add all of the sauces to the potatoes. So good. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Mexico City's cafe culture. I'd say Mexico City's cafe scene rivals with New York's. As someone who spends a lot of time working out of cafes, here's what I consider when searching for one. Is there food, Wi-Fi, a variety in their menu, gluten-free options? Is the coffee good, and can I work here hours upon hours? I noticed that each cafe in Mexico City offered something different and its own style. My favorite cafe had to be Nido Cafe in Juarez. It was stunning. On top of it being beautiful, each of the pastries are made fresh daily. And did I have one or a few? I won't tell if you don't. But the coffee menu was varied and included cocktails, so you could work for quite some time and turn your good morning into a happy hour. The staff were also nice and helpful, and I just had a great time every time I went. It's small, so I recommend getting there early and grabbing a table inside by the window. What truly became my favorite place to work was Melina Bistro. It wasn't a coffee shop per se, but a cute little bistro that you could work from literally from 9 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. It had everything that I love to see in a menu. A variety of coffee drinks, matcha, strong Wi-Fi, a delicious food menu, cocktails, mocktails, and a fire playlist. I had to look at my phone a few times to make sure my Spotify didn't randomly connect to their Bluetooth. I worked here for a few hours for days, starting with the latte, ending with the mocktail. Which reminds me, the cocktail scene was just as great as the coffee shop scene. Being I was on a solo trip, I wasn't too concerned with drinking, but I did indulge a few places. One, at a super cute cocktail bar in Condesa, which may be my favorite neighborhood. It's called Baldio, and this ginger margarita served up in this coupe glass made me so happy. It's the little things. But I had to find a place that made my favorite drink, a spicy passion fruit mezcalita. And out of all the places to find one, I found it at the Anthropology Museum. We are at the Anthropology Museum, Sala Gastronomica. The thing that I think is really cool is that they have a menu that is divided by each part of, like the cuisine is divided into the different parts of Mexico. So you have like a northern cuisine, central, and south. I just had a lot of mango and watermelon, so I'm going to have a cocktail. I'm going to have a passion fruit cocktail. I've been wanting a passion fruit cocktail literally ever since I came here, with mezcal specifically, and they have it and it's spicy. That's exactly what I wanted. And then I've also wanted I was thinking about ordering some tacos, but I can find a better taco probably, so I'm just going to do a little guacamole. And then after I get a little tipsy, after watching them make this delicious tableside guacamole, I am going to go view some art at the museum. Shout out to people who do this on a regular basis. I don't really feel awkward because, I mean, everybody just minds their own business, but it is a little awkward, you know? But people are just nosy. So yes, I'm going to get a little tipsy. I heard that the Anthropology Museum takes a long time to get through, kind of like the African American History Museum in DC. They say you need days to see it, to go through it. So I don't have days. I have a few hours to kill, and I'm just going to do that. So we're just living in the moment, peeps. We're just hanging out. We're just enjoying. I'm practicing my Spanish. So we'll see how that goes. If I'm not fluent by the end of the year, there's going to be problems. I'm going to practice Spanish every day. It is the most beautiful language, and I just think it's appropriate when you go to a new country. Speak the people's language, or at least try. Like, don't go in there all arrogant, like, hey, yeah, I'm American, speak my language. Granted, this is a tourist place, you know, I'm at a museum, everybody here speaks English, but I just think it's just, you know, showing a little bit of gratitude and respect to the people who live here, you know? So, yeah. That's what's happening with me right now. We'll see what this guac is hitting for. It looks like they got a nice bottle of Topo Chico too. I might order that to help settle my stomach and go from there. I hope y'all are enjoying this vlog. Some of my shots are a little shakier than I'd like. But you know what? Each vlog's going to get better. I kind of just wanted to try some things out, see how this turns out. And it's my first international solo trip, as I mentioned, and I just felt like it would be fun to do. So we're just having fun these days, guys. That's what life is about. Life is beautiful. Cut to montage with Larry June and 2 Chainz. Life is beautiful right now.
Quincy Jones says, find the food, and when you find the food, you find the people, and when you find the people, you find the music. I agree. And I'll also add to that, when you find the art, you find the voices of the people. So I guess that's the same thing. But this country is rich in history and culture, and I just want to know more about it. I was a little melancholy this day, debating if I wanted to extend the trip back to New York, but truth is, there was no rush for me to get back. So I decided to lean in and trust my gut and extend the trip. I found a cheap place in the city, and I'm glad I did, because what unfolded after that can only be described as divine timing. As I was on my way to a record store, I walked past what looked like an opening night at a local gallery and decided to walk in. To my surprise, there were 2 exhibitions going on. The Gallery Mascota, and the artists Rafaela Simon and Brian Dornin. It was opening night for Rafaela, and it looked like Brian's had just finished up a night before, as it was an installation in partnership with the liquor brand 1800, which was still being poured up. After helping myself to a glass of añejo on the rocks, I checked out the exhibitions. As a creative, inspiration can be found anywhere. A conversation, a color, a song, a museum, a picture. And when traveling, I found inspiration everywhere.
Museums are something that I typically put on my itinerary, but this was the first time I decided to go to a local gallery. I love Rafaela's monochromatic use of bold color and contrast. Her exhibition titled The Idiot explores just that, the contrast and dichotomy of the things we see and what they actually represent. I think art is meant to be both understood yet misunderstood, if that makes sense. Understood when the artist is prescribing meaning to the work because that context does matter, but also misunderstood, coming from your own lens and perspective. I immediately interpreted this exhibition as a conversation on the people we know and the people we judge, or the people we think we know, the things in which we pass judgment on, whether it be race, color, or creed, and what that inherently says about us. I don't know, I could be way off, but it made sense. I believe the goal of art is to make one feel, and who is to say what one feels is right or wrong? Another gallery that I walked into was Gallery Ethra, located in Juarez. I love the architecture of this gallery. It looks like it was once a home and maybe still is. And when you walk in, it looks like you're walking into the lobby of a delicious looking restaurant, but the upstairs is where you can find the art, which, dinner and art, perfect date night if you ask me. This exhibition explored a variance of artists and their connection to stones and the way in which they interpret how they've served as a literal support for us over time. It honors the way in which things as simple as a stone can be interpreted. Some of these works were absolutely beautiful. Some even looked like photos, but they were paintings. I find it truly inspiring how we all have our own ways of interpreting life, even in its simplicity. One of the greatest things about travel is the unexpected. The unexpected feelings, emotions, and experiences you have, the unexpected things you find out about yourself in the process, and the unexpected people you encounter, both new and familiar. For me, it was quite unexpected to run into a familiar face, all the way from New York City to now Mexico City. And after a long day of lollygagging, as I'm heading back for another coffee and work session at Molina Bistro, would you know that a New York familiar face was walking into the place right next to me just as I was walking up? Talk about perfect timing. We decided to hang out that day, together, yapping at the bistro until midnight. We hung out the next day too, which was full of adventure. Glenn has been visiting Mexico City for years and has built up quite a community, so when her friend, who is a clothing designer, told her to stop by and try some new looks, we of course had to go. Glenn tried on some designs, and as she was trying them on, he even tailored it to her. The designs are stunning, a mix between sexy streetwear and looks you can take from day to night. A few others came in and tried on some clothes as well. I loved seeing everyone so excited to be dolled up, and I loved seeing the designer with so much passion and excitement in his craft. It doesn't take much to start doing the things you love. Just a little creativity, dedication, passion, and people that show up and support you when you need them to. After Glenn almost bought up the whole entire shop, we headed out. We went back to Glenn's briefly and said our goodbyes. A beautiful, aligned, kismet moment. I should have expected to have more than one unexpected encounter, but this time with an unfamiliar face. After spending the day at Libre Coffee Shop in Roma Norte, I was trying to decide if I should go back to the hotel or stay out for a while, and in my indecision, I happened to walk past a gallery. La Pop Gallery to be exact. It was a small gallery, and inside, 3 people were sitting. They invited me in, all of them are friends, and 2 of them co-owners of the gallery. And at the gallery, they were showcasing Pablo Bernalt, who was there in the flesh, a designer and founder of Untitled House of Prints. From clothes to wall installations to scarves, purses, and more, his work was carefully and intentionally curated for the lurking eye. That night, we all chatted in the gallery over mezcal. We shared travel stories, and I found out that Pablo spent some time living in Brooklyn after studying in Milan. Small world. He's worked as a designer with brands such as Bottega, Moschino, J. Mendel, and more. And he's lived all over, from Shanghai to Bushwick to Milan, and now back to Mexico City. His work is influenced by his travels and the variance of people that he meets and the experiences that he has. I tried on clothes and so did Philip, and as the night progressed, we were all hungry, so they took me to the best local spot to get tacos. We chatted over El Pastor, another friend joined us, and we drank watermelon juice and tortilla soup until we were full. At the end of the night, we all said our goodbyes. On the way back, I just thought about how beautiful that encounter was. I mean, of course, you have to have discernment when traveling, especially alone, but how beautiful is it to simply connect with people from different backgrounds in foreign lands, yet we somehow all speak the same language of life. I needed this trip, to not only slow down from the fast pace and stress of New York, but to give back to myself, to gain inspiration, and to always expand. This trip gave me that and more. Coming back to the city, I felt an energy that I hadn't felt in a long time. a familiar excitement and zest for life that only travel can provide. And now that I've officially completed my first international solo trip, I fear I've unlocked a new beast. The only question I have now is, where to next?
Okay, people. Hello. I'm your host. No, we're not doing that. This is my first vlog. Say you've never filmed yourself without saying you never filmed yourself. In Mexico City. I have no script. El Patio 77. Siete ses. Siete siete. I can't even. Siete. Okay, I'm not gonna keep trying to do that. I have been practicing my Spanish, not my numbers. I plan on eating my way through the city, mostly tacos. Let's just see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen. No one knows. Okay. Anything else I want to say? Anything else? Maybe when I have something else to say, I'll think of it and say it. Until now. Catch you on the flip side, mother.